So the next step is to take our Badhi. Badhi is the strap, and this strap I prepared before the filming. We need, for Tabla, we need a length of about not less than 10 meters. The best is 10.5, to be sure that you've got enough length. And we can always, if it's too much at the end, then we just cut it down a little bit. But better to have too much than too little. So we start. This is the strap. It's 10 meters long. In fact, we have an upside and we have a downside, an underside of the strap. And to show you that, what is the upside and what is the downside, this is the upside, because this is actually very flat. The complete surface is very flat and actually quite smooth, and the underside has an edge on it, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bit curled up on both sides, so it has a ridge on both sides. This is what I call the underside. So the idea is that when we're working with it, with the upside, the smooth side, when we feed it into the tabla, it will always go over the top here, and the underside will become visible on going down. So it's top. So the top edge will always be the smooth side all the way around. This is important. Now the next step is to feed the Badhi through the tabla and start to go around with the strap. So our starting position depends on this part, where the end and start piece from the ring, and we just go to the opposite side, and there we will begin. And so from here we go down, and this would be the position on the under ring. So what we do, we go with the not the top side but the bottom side, bottom side under the ring, and we make a knot here, and we want to get the slack to go in that direction, and this is the direction we want to work. I just want to explain one thing, that well, I'll explain that in a second. First, the knot, here's the knot like this, and the slack will go in that direction. Okay, it's actually a good knot. So the thing is now, when we go around and we come with the end of the strap, the other end of the strap, we will do that with the excess, will go in the other direction. So you're going to get this kind of effect. So one goes in the direction you're working, and the other one goes in the direction you've been coming from. It's just easy. This is an easy way to remember how it should look. Okay, so the next step is to take the top, which is this side, because we will start with the top coming up here to go under here. So the top side we have to follow to the beginning to ensure that we don't have any twists. If you get a twist, then we're going to have problem pulling the Badhi through all the holes. So we have to be sure there are no twists, and we have to control that very carefully. So one way of doing that is by holding the top with the way I do it is hold the top with the thumb on top, and the other hand also. So if I let go with this one, I know where I am. I've still got the top in this hand, and vice versa. If I use this hand for something, I've still got it here. So I always keep one hand on the Badhi as I go, and somehow or other, of course, I have to go through this chaos of spaghetti, and I'm not going to bore you with all of that, so we're going to skip now to the next scene when all that is done. Okay, so I've been to the end of the 10 meters, or 10.5 meters, and this is the top. So it means that this whole piece and this whole chaos which is left over, there will be no twists. Hopefully. So now the thing is, we're going to start feeding, and we will start feeding, we go through this hole with the top part, we go through the first hole which is here. And we just pull that through like this. So we will always, now I put it here, so I will always follow. We're going over the ring and then under the ring and also under this part. So we come up like this. And we go into the next hole. And where's my pliers? We just pull that through. Then we can bring a bit of slack through. Just bring it on the other side. Yeah. We just bring that slack through, and then we can bring this a little bit up, and then we again follow this over the top of the ring, and then we pull it through. So like this. I'll just get a little bit more. Like this. We're not going to go too hard, we're just going to keep it, this is the first time going around, so we keep it very loose. Everything should be very loose. So now we have to go into this hole, so we will remove the string and keeping always our thumb on the top. So ensuring, of course, there's no twist. Okay, now we can put a little bit more here, a little bit more up, and this one just enough to do one more round here. So we pull this one down like that. Watch the twisting. Yes, you can always check it. If you let go, you can always check it, because this is good. Then we go again through the lower ring, over this part, and then I just need a little bit more, and then I attach it here. Rick has taken over, and he's going to do the heavy job for me. Okay, and the thing is, always keep make sure that there's no twists as you go along. Obviously, we're going to get into trouble if we do so. So now we don't want it tight at all. We want it very loose, and we've got enough strap and length to do this. Yes. So basically, Ulrich is going to go through this,
get it right,
and we'll catch him as he goes towards the end. So as you can see, Elric is now sitting on the floor in a traditional position, where he's actually holding the tabla with his feet, and this helps divide the power which is necessary to keep it into position.
Very easy if I push with my feet and pull at the same time.
Yes, hold on a sec, this is sufficient.
Yeah.
So what has happened here, this is a little bit tight for the first round. So the skin has been pulled to one side, and now we have to rectify that. And if you do that, then here it's touching the wood of the shell, but not on this side. So we need to get the skin more up again. So we still have this to do. So when we pull this through, you can do that now.
Yeah.
Then we need this kind of looseness on the first round, so that the skin can be rectified. And we'll get to this position after going round a few times.
This can be better.
Yeah.
A bit loose.
Yeah, very loose is good. For the first time, this is good. Okay. That's alright, we can deal with that later.
Mm-hmm.
So just loosen this and then we'll have a look at the skin. Okay, well, not too much. Okay, so now what we have to do, this ring is a bit coming a bit loose here, so what we're going to do, we just have to pull that down again. Yeah, this is good, and we're going to tighten this side a little bit more. Keep that down.
Yeah, because it was coming off. As I was putting it here.
Yeah, but I can feel the wood now. This is okay. This is okay. This is a bit of a mess. Okay, now we can tighten up one. Just tighten up one. A little bit more. And that will hold the ring. The ring is getting a bit high here. We want to keep that down a bit. That's okay. That's okay. So that can't go anymore.
Cool.
And now you just continue, and we. Here I can feel the wood. So we're back on track. Okay, so we've got to the point where the edge has been tied off, the thick part, and the hole here is very small, so we need to find the hole and just push that through and open it up a bit. We've got to be careful here not to go into the skin, so not in like this, but more up and a little bit, not directly down, but a little bit slanted that direction. That's the way, the natural way of the hole. There you go. So we're in, and now we're just gonna open it up a bit like this. Try that.
That works.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
It's getting messier by the minute.
Just hold it with your feet. It's much easier. Just keep one of those tighter to keep the ring in position.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm going to tighten up this one.
Very good. Not completely tight, but just tight enough for the ring. Yeah.
Like that.
Yes. Okay, so we're getting close to the end now. Oh, one minute. Just before putting it through, first put this end.
All right.
Put this through there first. Otherwise, you have to keep checking what is top, what is bottom, or the other side. Feed it into the hole, and then nothing can go wrong. Basically, with the twisting, because this is good. And once that is in place, just a little bit, this is sufficient. Then you can take do the slack. And this is secured. That's enough for the time being. Oh, a little bit more. Sorry. Yeah. Oh no, this is actually good. Yeah. Now you can go on with this one now. And so you're ready to go.
I see.
So the first thing you do,
Yeah. Just make sure this is good.
yeah, So if there's a twist now, you can deal with it because you're busy with it here. It's a small distance, so there's no problem.
See,
Yes.
that's a good tip. Like this,
Yes.
and now we can
Now you can continue.
slack off.
Keep it all loose. Because we have to check the skin and the ring and everything. So just continue.
So nearly there.
Yeah. This is the advantage of having the length a little bit longer than we need, because sometimes if you just cut it on 10 meters, it might not be sufficient to go all the way around, and then you have a lot of problem trying to tighten it, to get the slack out, to get the extra length. So I always use a bit more than necessary. And now we've got a lot of material to work with.
That's it, last hole.
Last hole. Now we tie it off. Well, actually we don't have to tie it off. But what we can do, so this actually should go in here. Just keep that tidy a little bit. And then we can put it through from the underside. This is the last one, so we go on the underside. Not over the top, like this, but we're going to go under, okay? Okay, and now you can, take away the small strings. Okay, so now we have to, okay? So we've got, oh, okay, take that off. Very good. So the thing is, we've just very simply fed through. There are no twists. There's no places of dangerous breaks or knots to deal with. Everything is good. The only thing we've got to do now is make sure that the tabla is still in its position, which it is. And then the ring, it's coming up a bit higher here, so we're gonna, but we can adjust all that in the next round. This goes here, in there. That's out of the way. This knot, well, it needs to be a bit tight, but we can deal with that later. And the last piece goes under and not over. So this is important to see. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, the beauty of these metal rings is actually, this is, nothing can go wrong with it. Sorry. It stays round, it stays in position basically. So now we just have to make sure it goes down. And what we're going to do, we have to equalize this. So get this into position. I mean, not like this. It shouldn't be close together like this. But we have to try and keep it a little bit equal all the way around. So this will go here, this will go there. So in the next round where we start to get more tension, we have to keep aware of these positions so that we keep this relatively equal. So this should be tidy. So that will be our next round, which we can start now actually.
Sure.